And welcome back to Let's Play Psychonauts. Last time, we resolved Gloria's mental problems, at least as best we could for the time being. Perhaps you should seek treatment in the future. And now we're trying to help out Fred. Fred is locked in a battle with his ancestor, Napoleon Bonaparte. But this battle is a board game, Waterloo World to be exact, and Fred is not exactly confident about his ability to win. So, perhaps, if we help him win the board game, we can get him out of his own headspace. Before we do that, let's harass Napoleon a little bit.
I am not short, but you should know for future reference that small people do not enjoy being lifted up as if they were children. I am an emperor! I am king! My blood runs hot with passion for battle. No! I wish my own descendants had your fighting instinct.
Well, nice to see that he at least respects that a little bit. With that being done, maybe, just maybe, yes, we can enter the world of the board game and help out Fred a little bit more directly.
What's this? My lazy opponent is actually trying to win? He has sent in reinforcements. Well, then let the game truly begin. Send in my best soldier. You, destroy that bridge, for France!
For France? I hate your stupid bridge. This is how much I hate you. Ha ha! Suck on that bridge. Ah, yes. Now I shall go torment this poor peasant over here. Ha ha!
Oh man, now look. The bridge is broken and I can't move my pieces past it anymore. I quit. Napoleon, you win.
No, we don't forfeit. We're gonna beat you, Mr. Genetic Memory of Napoleon Bonaparte.
Haha! I like your je ne sais quoi, your joie de vivre. Maybe you will teach my long-legged nincompoop a lesson, eh? Alors?
I have no idea if any of those pronunciations were even accurate. If I got any French-speaking viewers, let me know. And also let me know if you're offended. I guess I can be sorry on the game's behalf. Sorry for this game. But that's neither here nor there. Oh, Napoleon.
Sacre bleu! I wish my own descendants had your fighting instinct.
He just has the same thing to say. Anyway, there are a number of figments around the rim of the board, but to actually accomplish anything on this board, we need to get even smaller. Also, there is a baggage tag over here. How can we get smaller, though? Well, first order of business, you see this giant salt shaker here? That won't do to have this cluttering up the board. Let's use our telekinesis and just throw this crap out of here. There we go. See? All good, all good. Unfortunately, we cannot cheat and just move Napoleon's pieces.
Hey, don't touch my pieces. That is cheating.
Okay, we won't touch his pieces. But what we do need is we need to find some way to repair that bridge, as well as build up an army for Fred. It doesn't look like he has any units to work with. So let's start from the furthest building back here. Just walk up to a building and interact with it. And Raz will shrink down to the appropriate size to interact with the residents of these buildings. Inside the even smaller version of the board game, there are more figments for us to collect. And in fact, the majority of the figments in Waterloo World are located in the small portion of the level. So we do need to spend a good amount of time in here to get all these things. We'll get that right there. And let's see if we can't get onto the roof of this building. Now, there are a number of figments floating over here, but as you can see, this is kind of a problem this level has. I'm not sure if this is a thing with the PC version or if it's like this in the console versions, but no matter how hard you try, it seems like when you float up from updrafts in this game, you do not get enough height and you descend way too fast in order to grab figments that are lined out in the way that pretty clearly you're supposed to be descending slowly to get them. Fortunately, a lot of these we have alternate methods for getting them. If we can get on top of the roof here, we can use this to build up a ton of momentum and then just jump that way to get a lot of these figments. There are some figments that are really annoying to get. One thing to note is that not every bit of water is deep enough to trigger the Hand of Galaccio, so we can get quite a few things in the water, so be mindful of that. Over here, we've got the enemies for the Waterloo World, well, one of the enemies anyway, these mobile cannon things. We can get these guys to shrink into themselves, and then we can use our pyrokinesis to light their fuses, which will cause them to detonate. Be mindful of these guys. They actually have an impressive amount of range with their shots, and they can be peppering you with cannonballs from a pretty considerable distance. It's actually kind of annoying. Now, one thing I want to note about Waterloo World is that nearly every figment is located within the borders of the game. There is basically no figments located outside the borders of the game, with the exception of one figment, and I forget if it's on this side of the board or the other side. Just checking this out really quickly. It's not something that's super important. I don't think it's this side. We can look for it later. Just doing a quick check of the figments around here so that I can get these ahead of time and not have to search too much when we have to do the final... Oh my goodness. When we have to do the final bit of collection here. Just trying to get up here. There we go. And then get this bird here. A lot of these birds can be annoying. Now, let's actually do what we came here for. Let's talk to the person inside this building.
Hello?
Sorry, I can't storm Napoleon's stronghold today. Too weak.
Oh, okay. Want me to call a doctor?
No, I'm not sick. I just can't find any decent food around here. An army moves on its stomach, you know. An elite force such as I require an elite cuisine, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, I'll keep on the lookout for some place with good takeout.
Only the best, young lad. I am a Frenchman, and anything but the finest French delicacy might bruise my palate and leave me unable to storm anything, save the vomitorium.
Alright, so, this is the, actually I forget what his name is, the Hardy Knight, there we go, thank you, game. The Hardy Knight, is the unit that will be able to seize Napoleon's fortress, but we can't recruit him right away. We need to collect escargot to feed him. Yes, he's very French. But that is something we're just going to have to take care of when we get the chance to. There are still other things we need to do around here. Just trying to get this, figment real quick. And this water is deep enough to trigger the hand, so just want to be mindful of that. Next order of business, we want to head over here. One thing to note about these little corks here is if you hit them, it will open up a jet stream. That's exactly what I was talking about. But yes, it'll open up a jet stream, and if you float into that, you will be returned to your larger side and can interact with the larger version of the board, which is what you'll need to do to move your pieces around when we actually have pieces to move. I was just checking to see if that was breakable. Over here, we've got something tucked away in the corner, as well as the hat box. Oh, we already had the hat box tag. Nice. So, yep, we get this guy sorted. And let's go to this next building here. Oh, wait. Little French squirrel here. Gotta grab him real quick. Looks like we can get into this building if we get the chance to go around. But let's grab these squirrels first. There's a lot of curved terrain here, so sometimes the levitation ball can have trouble moving around, getting stuck in certain places, moving very slowly since you're trying to move up an incline. Okay, so this building looks like we just need to get into it in order to get figments and stuff, so we'll interact with this building over here next. Inside here...
Hello, I'm recruiting for the army of Fred Bonaparte, and...
Go away! Fred Bonaparte has forgotten the people, and we have forgotten him!
What? Fred loves the people. He was just telling me that some of his best friends are, the people.
He has abandoned us. He doesn't care if we live or die.
Look, I'll tell you what. I'll talk to Fred. I'll talk to him, and I'll prove to you that he cares about the common man, and that the fight is not meaningless.
I'll believe it when I hear it from him.
Alright, so, got our first order of business for recruiting a soldier. We need to prove to that guy that Fred actually does care. Can we convince Fred to show that he cares in some capacity, though? Fortunately, this little guillotine here does not actually harm us, so just makes a spooky sound when you walk up to it. Another mental cobweb here, suitcase to tag. I knew we had the suitcase tag. We'll get them sorted, get the figments here, and let's move on to the next building over here. You've probably noticed there were various signs, like the Hardy Knight, he had the fork and the knife. This peasant over here, of course, has the little farmer icon. Also, we can do more with that house, but we want to head over here first before we do that. And over here, if we can see the sign, the game's camera is not being very helpful for this. Got a hammer and a nail. Got a hammer and a nail, so maybe we've got someone here who can do some repair work for us. We do need somebody to fix the bridge, so that's something to keep in mind for sure. Let's just grab our cobweb over here, get all our figments. There are quite a lot to collect in Waterloo World. There are 243 figments altogether, the most that you can find in a single area in the game. Although I don't know offhand if it's the most in a level period. I think Mia's Dance Party might have more. Well, that's something I'll have to go back and count on my own time later.
Hello in there. Any carpenters home?
Go away, burglar.
I'm not a burglar. I'm a recruiter for Fred Bonaparte's army. We're a little light in our Corps of Engineers, see?
Listen, I know you're a burglar. I've been listening to your footsteps on my roof all night trying to break in. Why don't you just slide down the chimney? I got a nice fire going for you in here, Mr. Burglar.
Okay, if I'm a burglar, then how can I be down here talking to you and up on the roof at the same time?
Maybe you're a ventriloquist.
Listen, if I go see what's up on your roof and take care of it, will you come out and help fight Napoleon?
Maybe.
Good enough.
Alright, so, the repairman seems to be under the impression that we're a burglar. If we can deal with the sensors on his rooftop and cease the noise there, maybe, just maybe, he'll hear us out. He's a man who has high intelligence but low wisdom, so we're just gonna have to play things by his rules. Anyway, heading over this way, now we can actually do the rest of the things we want to do with this house over here. So, let's grab this, layer restoration here, this one up, and make our way onto these trampolines. Now, this is something that's very important. Remember how I was saying that it doesn't seem like you get the amount of lift you really need to get the figments in the air like you're supposed to? Nowhere is that more apparent than here. Like, see, I didn't even come close to that. Now, I don't know if this is like a frame rate or resolution thing with the PC version, if there's any way, if anybody knows that offhand, but I have never been able to get most of those figments by floating. I've had to come up with alternate solutions for it. And no, taking the chimney fumes to there does not give you the lift to get those figments in a nice clean way. It doesn't lift you nearly high enough. Fortunately, I have come up with a janky backup setup, so what we want to do is we want to get onto this little pole here, and then, not that. What we want to do is get on this pole. Then we want to make our way onto that tree, very quickly jump off, because you immediately start rolling down, and naturally you want to be up here. And from this height, we can jump over, and this gives us enough lift to get basically all of these figments as best we can. This one, it's not a huge deal that we couldn't make it. The other ones, we don't need that kind of janky setup in order to get them. We can get just enough height from doing levitation ball jumps in certain places in order to get them, and that's what we're gonna do now just to get them. So a little bit of time wasting here to get these figments, but trust me, it's just annoying to go back for a lot of the figments in this level. So this is probably the most you're gonna see me go out of my way to get figments in a video recording. Also, getting onto these trampolines, little annoying sometimes. Alright, so get up to here. We just want to get some of these. As long as I get a couple of these, fortunately, it's a lot easier to get these figments off of levitation, and also they're a little bit more reasonable to obtain without doing a janky backup setup. One thing to know about these bridges is that, for whatever reason, they really mess with the camera and force it into this downward-facing position that makes it hard to see anything. I don't know why they decided to make it like that, but whatever, that's what they decided to do. Heading up here, we've got some more fowl to collect. Actually, what are these, like pheasants? I'm not sure. We'll collect these, get this over here. As you can see, this puts us right by this bird right here, and there was one other figment that we missed, so let me see. Yes, I see it right here. Let's take this jump, and that doesn't look like we're gonna get it, but if I jump from the bridge, that should allow us to get it. So let's get up to the top of this bridge, and then once we get this figment, we can stop messing around here. Like I said, it's annoying to go back for a lot of the figments in this level because it's so big. So, best to get these while we are actually nearby. And this is where the camera just kind of facing its own direction is really obnoxious, because I could easily get this if I could just line up the camera in a way that'll let me see the figment easier, but unfortunately it's oriented in a really obnoxious way. Here we go, that's what we needed. Now we can stop messing around with these figments. Again, if anybody knows if this is like a frame rate or resolution thing with the PC version where you can't float to get these figments, don't hesitate to let me know. I'd actually be curious to know if this works a lot better in the console version, but I tried for like an hour in my practice playthroughs for this game to get those figments just by floating from the trampoline, and that was not working out. Anyways, this guillotine will drop if you walk by while visible, so you want to turn invisible in order to get onto the tightrope. Got a little bit stuck there. Fortunately, the invisibility power-up, because we've ranked up so much, lasts for a pretty considerable time, allowing us to get right up to this sensor without him shooting at us preemptively. Let's get all these guys taken out, get our chain blasts going in here, just create an absolute party room of chain blasts. Do we have the duffel bag tag?
Needs a duffel bag tag.
Nope, we did not have it, so we'll have to come back for that guy later. I'm sure we'll... Oh, geez. Let's turn invisible here. This is such a useful power, and you should always make sure to make good use of it when you see an opportunity. That's one of the sensors on the rooftop. Down. Now we have to... we have to deal with this guy. Best way to deal with these big bruiser sensors is to just do, not like that, backflips and side flips as they get in for their punches. That'll stop them real good. Then let's punch open this memory vault. So, Fred versus Crispin. So, it looks like, for this asylum, Fred was the orderly originally. It looks like Crispin is a bit of a mentally lost, very lonely individual. So, Fred decided to play a stimulating game with him. But, looks like Crispin is a little bit more put together than he let on, at the very least when it comes to playing board games. It also looks like a little bit more smug and condescending than Fred realized. Fred, for his part, looks like he's a bit of a sore loser. So, we're getting a little bit of backstory for Fred Bonaparte here. Trying to float onto this so that we can get some of these figments right here. This should work properly. We'll grab these, and then for this one, we just need to get a little bit of rolling momentum here and jump, and that is not at all what we needed to do. Hold on a second. Take two. No! Are you kidding me? Sometimes you just gotta accept that the game's physics don't exactly work the way they're probably intended to, so instead of trying to get that rolling bit of momentum, instead let's just jump from a higher point and float to get these. There we go, that's probably a much easier and more sensible way of doing it, in terms of practicality. Over here, let's get back to the carpenter and see if he's ready to join us.
Okay, you can come out. Burglar's gone.
Wow. You're pretty tough for a ventriloquist. Okay, here I come. Just show me where there's some wood to work on, and I'll go to town.
Your voice, you're so soft-spoken and kind of chill, dude. I appreciate it, Now, at this point, we want to return to large size. Firstly, to repair the bridge so that we can move our pieces. Also, so we can go back and talk to Fred and get some sort of proof that he cares about the people. But here's what I was thinking about. On the outskirts of the board, this is the only figment located outside the playing area, this fairy behind the tree. This is a very commonly missed figment, and a widely hated one because that is literally the only figment located outside the playing area when you are tiny-sized. They definitely did that just to troll players. Just checking to see if there's any figments over here. Yes. We will be returning to this guy later, so we'll come back for him in a bit. Now, our carpenter is not a fighter, so he cannot deal with the soldier past the bridge. But may as well get the bridge taken care of right now, so let's get our telekinesis ready. You're gonna be swapping around your powers a lot in this level, and let's get this guy over here.
Broke my beautiful bridge. Don't worry, darling. We'll get you fixed up good as new in no time. Man, I am good.
With the bridge repaired, we can now get our pieces across the board. Now, our next order of business is to get proof that Fred cares. So let's leave the game board and let's talk to him. Just get something, like if we could even just get it in writing, man, that would help out a ton. Fred.
Hey, Fred. The problem is people think you don't care.
What? I care.
Then lead them to victory, Milky Toast.
Shut up.
They think you don't care if they live or die.
What do they want from me? A notice on my official stationery that says I'd be sad if they died?
Yep.
Huh. Well, if that doesn't work...
Let me guess. You give up?
Bingo!
Ha! Another game at which I would surely defeat you.
Hey, you take that little victory if you need it, tiny man.
It wasn't until this very playthrough for the Let's Play that I noticed that Fred has little coffee mugs for pauldrons on his jacket, which I don't know. For some reason, that's just really funny to me. Anyway, with this signed notice from Fred on his official stationery, this is proof that he cares. Is it good enough proof for the soldier, or rather the peasant? Well, let's find out.
Hey, I have an important message from your fearless leader.
Oh my God. He does care. He does. I knew it. Fred Bonaparte is the greatest leader of all time. I can't wait to die for his cause.
Well, you might not die. You might win.
Hey, he's a great leader, but he's still Fred. Okay, hurl my innocent bones into the cruel machine of war. I'm ready.
Well, is enthusiastic at least. War has never been so much fun. Anyway, let's get giant-sized again, or relatively giant-sized anyway. And let's move this guy into position. To initiate combat, you just need to move your soldier right next to one of Napoleon's, and...
Take that!
Die! I kill you!
Sacre bleu! I cannot believe it, Fred! You have accidentally done something right!
I have?
Yes, but I'm afraid it's still not enough. More manpower!
Oh, mon Dieu! I hate bridges! That is for killing my father! Bridge!
Hey, stop killing my bridges. You're making me mad.
So, another bridge down. Of course, it's just a simple matter of moving our carpenter over there to fix it, but we do need another soldier in order to engage in combat with that soldier over there. So, looks like it's time to rile up the peasantry once again. But before we get to that, let's do a little bit more collection. We also need to take care of the issue with the Hardy Knight. The Hardy Knight is the knight that can seize Napoleon's stronghold, so we do need to recruit him eventually if we actually want to win the game. Onto this trampoline here, there is that duffel bag tag that we were missing. Probably could have tagged that duffel bag if I took more of an opportunity to explore, but I kind of want to go through the level as, I don't know, just try and get things as we go, as we're recruiting people, and also I'm failing to actually navigate this building here. Fortunately, the detection for this ladder is pretty generous, or this little bit of sighting. Let's float up here. I was just trying to see if I could climb onto the pole over there to get a little bit of view. If you climb too high, the top of the pole, the sign that's spinning, will push you down and off the pole. In fact, you have a tendency to just kind of slide off poles naturally if you climb up them. They're a little weird like that. Anyway, let's go over to that orchard over there. There are several things of note in the orchard. First off, of course, there is more of these cannons just harassing us constantly. Also got more giant sensors here. You know what, let's light this guy on fire. Pretty funny, pretty funny. Let's get this guy taken care of since he's going to be harassing us the whole way. Boom. And chain blast this guy. I said chain blast? Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, let's do a little bit of chain blasting here. And then give that guy a smack, and there we go. Now, to get the escargot, we just need to... It's moving a little quick here, a little bit slippery for me. Just need to run into it, and we've got it. In this orchard, all of the trees have various fruit figments in them, mostly apples, and I think there's like pears as well. And you can hit these little, I don't know what they are. If anybody knows the technical terms for them, feel free to let me know, but we'll just call them tree shakers. You can hit these little tree shakers in the center to get the figments to drop down. So I think there's like 3 fruits in every set of tree that has a shaker, so you just want to like whack them until like 3 things drop out and you get them. You can also jump up into the trees in order to... Oh, get back here. Get back here. There we go.
Okay, Snails, it's time to serve the cause.
So be it. If it is truly a time of war, then we are ready. We can no longer pull our heads into our shells and hide. We are, after all, armored warriors, and this is our land too. We may not be fast, but we always march upon the glittering path of righteousness, for we created ourselves from our hearts. Lead us onward, and let us eat holes in the leaves of Napoleon's garden.
Wow. Right on. Yes.
I'm gonna feel slightly bad when these guys realize that they're just being lined up to be eaten. Snail and green is snails. Oh, there's like 5 in here, so even more than 3 swings from this. Anyway, now we go around the orchard, and we just hit these trees until fruits drop out, and then we keep hitting them until no more fruits drop out. Very fun. It's, you know, the experience of manual labor put into Psychonauts. Yeah, it's not that bad. Alright, so there's another 5. There's so many here. There's like, I want to say there's like 20% of the figments for this level are located in this orchard. You get a ridiculous number of them from this orchard. It's kind of silly, honestly. But hey, that's how they decided to do it. All of them are only worth 1 figment altogether, so it's not exactly great for your ranks, but it is great for the number of collectibles allocated to the level, if that was something that you cared about. If you like number going up, then this is for you. Oh, hey, this one has birds in it. Okay, that's kind of cool. A little bit different. Variety is the spice of life. Anything missed here? On to this next one. Oh yes, I am subjecting you to all of this. If I have to pick the apples, you have to experience it with me. There we go. We're gonna have so much good nutrition here. But we've still got a couple more trees to harvest. There we go. And I think we're almost done with this. Do our little roundup here. And hit this one some more. There we go. I think that's everything. Let's just grab the rest of these and do a quick sweep around. See if there's anything I'm missing. It is pretty easy to end up missing some figments here, so always do a quick search of the trees. Really wish the camera didn't keep trying to force itself back to center. That is actually really obnoxious. Now with that taken care of, let's get the Hardy Knight. May as well get that taken care of while we're thinking of it. Get these snails off the board. They're kind of cluttering the place. Just hurl them over there.
Charge! Delicious! I haven't had escargot like that since the Duchess's birthday. But even those were not so full of spirit. I am truly inspired. Come, let us storm Napoleon's stronghold and win this game for Fred Bonaparte. But do hurry. I believe I may be hungry again soon.
Okay, so this is the Hardy Knight. The only thing the Hardy Knight can do is seize the fortress. He cannot engage in combat. I distinctly remember when I was 13 and playing this game, I got lost on this level forever because I didn't know I had to return to Fred to recruit the first peasant, so I was just stuck here for a while trying to figure out what the heck am I supposed to be doing. It also took me a while to clue in that I was supposed to use telekinesis on the fireplace in order to get the doubloon. Let's just do a quick sweep around here, see if there are any other figments for us to get. But I think we've pretty well cleared out everything that we need to, so let's talk to this peasant here, and once again, see if we can't muster him up for our army.
I'm recruiting for Fred Bonaparte's army, and Fred really cares.
What's the pay?
Hey, check out this coin I found.
Money! Oh, man! Well, I'm off to die in battle, dear, for an incompetent leader who'll never know my name. I hope you remarry well.
More of that negative talk.
So she doesn't spend it all on scrapbook making supplies. She's gone nuts about that stuff. Part of the reason I'm so ready to die. Anyway, let's go. War ahoy!
I've heard of awful wedded life, but Jesus. Anyway, we've got another soldier, so why don't we just throw him into the military-industrial complex and give him his last reward. First, though, we of course have to fix this bridge. I honestly don't even know why they bothered.
Oh, now who went and broke my beautiful bridge? Don't worry, darling. We'll get you fixed up good as new in no time. Man, I am good.
So I did skip a little bit of dialogue by having the doubloon present in my inventory already, and Raz just automatically gave it to him. Obviously, if you don't have it, then you just find out you need to find some money, and hopefully you notice that doubloon in the fireplace.
I kill you!
Haha! Not bad, Fred.
What? What'd I do?
You're doing better than usual. And I hate to end the fun, but I guess it's time to put an end to this, as usual. Guard the bridge to the stronghold with your life!
None shall pass.
The carpenter has served his purpose, we don't need him for anything else. Now we need to get another soldier, so let's interview this peasant here and see what they would like.
Hello. I'm recruiting soldiers for the army of the caring and generous Fred Bonaparte.
Weapon.
What?
Weapon. That's what I want. I'm not gonna die like the others, okay?
That's the spirit.
You get me my special musket, and I'll come out. I think I left it buried in some hay in that heavily guarded building over there. No. Then I'll sign up and kill me some Napoleon lovers. Got it?
Be right back.
Nice to see a guy who's actually motivated. Bit unfortunate that he doesn't have his weapon with him, but hey, this wouldn't be any fun if we didn't have to do a little bit of work in order to get him. Well, okay, maybe that's stretching it a bit, but you know, it keeps things interesting that we actually have something to do in order to recruit this guy. Anyways, jump onto this water wheel here, jump onto this lantern fixture here, and let's see if we can't get over to the rooftop here. Oh dear, that was not right. Let's try that again. You can also just, levitation jump up to there. Okay, and yes, just get close to that and it'll allow you to hover up. Oh, we got some ammo over here. Nice, nice. Okay, and now we've got to do some more floating for figments. Can I actually get these? Okay, this one is actually lined up properly. There we go. Not going to question why those guys are able to float in the air if they're supposed to be a representative of real soldiers. We'll just roll with it. Got some more areas to check out over here. I think actually, no, we did not grab this figment here, so grab that real quick. Make our way past the soldier over here. We are not going to enter Napoleon's fortress just yet. We will need to enter it eventually in order to grab figments in there, as well as complete the level. As you can imagine, there's also going to be something that forces us in there just for the purpose of moving our pieces forward on the board. There's also a ton of figments in this area here, so be sure you're searching diligently. One thing to note is that pretty much all the platforming in this building here can be skipped just by using well-placed levitation ball jumps. Yeah, it's pretty easy to break the platforming in Psychonauts with the levitation ball. Let's see, we want to... okay, I was, doing it a little bit backwards. I do have to remember to get the duffel bag. We finally have the tag for that, so we can go get that. Up onto this tightrope here. We got the purse over here. We already have the tag for this one, so let's just send her off to be so happy, so content. And I think, is the duffel bag the last one? No, we haven't found the steamer trunk or the steamer trunk tag, so we'll do that. Here, we just gotta drop down real quick to sidle on along this path right here. One thing to note is that you can actually just, you see that little furnace beneath us with the coals? You can actually just jump onto that with a levitation ball, like so, and then, okay, yes. And then you can just use that to jump up there. Like I said, levitation ball breaks a lot of the intended platforming sequences in this game, but honestly, that's kind of the fun of these older platformers, is just stuff that invalidates the developer intended way of traversing the level. That's why I love Mario 64 so much. There's just so many ways you can get around things that were not intended. Or at the very least, they didn't put enough thought into the actual mechanics that they put into the game. Anyways, we want to jump over here. Okay, I screwed that up. Oh, am I gonna fall? Yes, yes. Fortunately, since we know that we can just kind of cheese this area right here, once again, let's just levitation ball jump here, and then jump here, and then we can make our way back up to the roof. Oof, the camera does not like getting caught in small places like that. Also, the hit detection on this pole can be a little finicky. Alright, so let's try and get a little bit of more height. No, that's not it. We want to get onto that pole right there. Or maybe, can we make it? No, but we can just float across. That's also fine. Yeah, a lot of the platforming in this level really doesn't seem to like it had much care put into it, like actually making sure you can clear things the way you're supposed to. Let's just jump onto this, grab this, and then get this other bird over here. Hey, leave me be, leave me be. There we go. Chain Blast, always coming in clutch. Let's grab this mental cobweb here. There is the steamer trunk tag, so let's grab that real quick. And I think we need to do a little bit of pyromania here in order to search some of the haystacks. Nothing there, but hey, the fire is spreading and it is giving us all sorts of goodies. Sometimes it rewards you to burn things. Alright, I think we might just have some luck finding something in these haystacks.
Look, a musket. I'll bet I could arm our troops with that.
Alright, there is our musket. Now we are able to arm that one soldier, or that one peasant rather, turn him into a soldier, and now he'll be able to fight for the cause. Now that we're on the other side of the door, we can light this hay that is conveniently strapped to it with some boards, burn that down, and make our way through it. How are we doing on figments, by the way? Oh, we're actually pretty close to having them all. Alright, so we do have to keep an eye out for the steamer trunk. I think it's in the fortress, but I don't remember. Pretty sure it's in the fortress, though. Alright, so we could turn the musket over, but real quick, let's make our way back over here. Just really quick, jump over, and let's tag the duffel bag, since we have the tag and we're thinking of it. We gotta get all those collectibles, man. We're so close to having the primal memory reel. Did I look at the primal reel for the previous level, now that I think about it? You know what, I don't think I did. I was so caught up in what I was doing. Well, you know what, no time like the present. Let's just correct that real quick. Let's open up our menu here and look at concept art for Gloria's Theater. I keep forgetting that you actually have to select the thing, so let's see, concept art for, what is this actually? Is this the asylum? Oh, this is the little greenhouse room we found Gloria in. Okay. I just noticed it was shaped like a brain also. This is the theater. And let's see, You know, I didn't notice anything about, like, the curtains or, you know, the surroundings of the set there. That's kind of interesting. Here, of course, is the players, very obnoxious players. Bonita Soleil. She ended up being, like, surprisingly unimportant to the actual solution of that level. There's Jasper. Everybody loves Jasper, I think. The Phantom is the more Savette version of Jasper. And what do we got here? I guess this is just various sets as well as the backstage. Oh, I see Soleil's dressing room there. There's the catwalks. Yeah, nothing too fancy there. Some of the concept art is more interesting than others. I think, like, the characters who actually did see some design changes, like Lily and Raz, I think that kind of art is a lot more interesting. One funny thing about the invisibility power is you can't actually cancel it while you're on a tightrope for some reason, but if you try and fire a blast, you won't fire it, but it will cancel the invisibility. Strange. Makes you wonder. Not really. I just think stuff like that is kind of funny, how they... Like, it's a weird imprecision in the controls, I guess. Anyway, now that we have the musket, we can recruit that peasant over there, so let's just take a shortcut over the river. Bridges are unnecessary for Raz, that is the perk of being a psychic, and let's recruit our last peasant.
Okay, there's your special musket. Ready?
All right, now I'm all set to go rob that stupid carpenter.
What? I got you that gun so you could fight Napoleon's army, not the carpenter.
I've been trying to break into his house for days now, but he's always got a fire going, so I can't get down his chimney.
Well, could you just fight this one lousy soldier first? He's kind of in the way anyway.
Okay, but just as practice. Where is he?
It's so hard to find good help these days. But, looks like the carpenter wasn't just needlessly paranoid. Anyway, let's, get big-sized, and let's get our final peasant to fight Napoleon's final soldier. I think we're actually in position to win this game. Come on, die for the cause.
Cool musket, huh? Oh, wait! Have to reload here.
Die! I kill you!
What? How? Retreat! Everyone into the stronghold! Blast the drawbridge! Immediately! Jam the mechanism with something! Anything!
Hey, you can't jam the gears. That's cheating.
All is fair in love and war. You have fought well, but that is far as you shall go, my friend.
Ha! We'll see about that. Fred? Was that you? Yeah, come on, we're winning. All we have to do is unjam those gears. I'm on it, General.
Nice to see Fred motivated. Also, the steamer trunk was visible there. Anyways, the Hardy Knight can, of course, not get over to the bridge or to the stronghold while the bridge is up. So, once again, we just have to make ourselves tiny. You can interact with any building and make yourself tiny. I'm just interacting with that one because it's right there. And once that is done, we can move the Hardy Knight into the stronghold, and that'll be game. Fred will have won, and hopefully that'll have allowed him to overcome his Napoleon personality. One thing to note about these little cannon troopers, one other thing you can do to deal with them is you can whack them to get them to retreat into themselves, and then you can use telekinesis. Hey, there's all the mental cobwebs. You can use telekinesis to throw them into the water. That's a little impractical, though, so... Whoop, oh, jeez. That's a little impractical, though, so I just like to light them on fire. As you can see, we've got both of those guys up there firing shots at us to try and make things difficult, but we are able to get through no problem. Get that figment there. There we go. Alright, let's back up a little bit. Get our chain blasts going here. Oh dear, oh dear. Don't want to go into the water. Would be a serious waste of my time to do that. Hey, leave me be, buddy. There we go. Combat! I feel like combat was a late addition in this game. It is pretty unrefined and simple. Here is the steamer trunk. Let's tag him up, and of course, as always, watch the animation play out in full. He's just so happy. Look at him. Steamer trunk sorted. And that should be the primal... Hey! The primal memory is unlocked. Okay, let's take a look at that. This time I'll actually remember, so let's just go down one. See, I was just prepping the thing to be in the right place. Huh, I just noticed Fred's one of the few levels that doesn't have any movies in it. So, of course, here is a design for Fred. Looks like originally he was going to have, like, a paper captain's hat. And what's that? What does his shirt say? Batter? I'll have to do enhanced picture analysis there. This looks more like the asylum. And, of course, here is the Chateau prison. There is Napoleon. I had a very clear vision for him from the start. And Waterloo World concept game board. Looks like originally they had idea for like a snowy sections of the board. Wonder what the original idea was for that. There's the bridges, of course. Some soldier designs. The Hardy Knights. And that's that. Not anything too interesting, although that one of the asylum was kind of neat. Wonder if we'll actually be seeing that. Anyways, we can climb up onto this platform right here, and time to start making some motions across the stronghold. Well, grab that right there, get this figment right here, just keeping my eyes peeled for any figments that might be in less than obvious places. Float on over here. I did see that guy. We'll quickly blast this guy down so he isn't harassing me. I could also go invisible while walking along these ropes in order to avoid shots from those cannoneers over there. Oh, geez. He shot me through the, what was it? The sword blade. Let's get this guy on fire. Just get him. Oh, hello. Okay. So now we just need to do a levitation ball bounce over here. Surprised that I actually managed to avoid that. And let's get this guy ignited. We'll clear the thing from the gear first. Just use some telekinesis, break that off, and the bridge has been restored. Also, with that open up, we can get these figments a bit more safely. Won't have to worry about losing or having to redo the platforming if I happen to fall. Let's see, it looks like there are some other figments down in the lower area, but let's just go in here first, because as you can see, the last memory vault is located in here as well. Alright, what do we got here? Fred versus Napoleon. So, looks like Crispin racked up quite the win streak against Fred. And Fred wasn't particularly satisfied about it, and neither was Napoleon. So, looks like losing his mind to Napoleon is what has left Fred in the condition he is now. Interestingly, that shows that this was actually an up-and-running asylum at some point, and it did have other patients here, so wonder what exactly happened to all of them. I feel like there was something, or somebody mentioned something about the asylum earlier in the game, but I can't quite remember. Alright, just searching the perimeter of the fortress for any figments that I may have missed. Doesn't look like there's any down here. Let's jump back up on here, get onto the bridge, and let's do a look at our figments here. We've got 4 more to collect, so I'm just going to quickly reference this, or look through this list and see what I missed, and I'll be right back when I find what I'm looking for. Alright, so there was one, a squirrel on the windowsill, and I just noticed this window is actually looking into the room. Huh. That's a little trippy, honestly. Anyways, that's one down. Gotta look for the rest. Alright, found 3 of the figments here. These ones were kind of easy to miss. I wasn't paying too much attention here. So let's climb up to this bridge. Let's jump up here and let's float onto this bird. And that's all figments collected. There we go. And we have upgraded a power we don't actually have. You further cloud your enemy's minds, and confusions last twice as long. That'll actually come in handy for something we need to do in the next level, where we actually do get the confusion power. Anyway, with the bridge lowered, we can now get our Hardy Knight into Napoleon's fortress and finish the game, and get a much-needed victory for Fred. Not exactly one that he earned, but I play a lot of Splatoon, so I've learned to not complain about being carried to victory. So, there we go.
Your walls are no thicker than the crust of a creme brulee. Behold the mighty tapping of my spoon.
What? What is this? Fred! Did you do this?
Huh? What?
I can't believe it! You are a Bonaparte! There is some Napoleon in your veins after all!
Well, maybe.
Finally, I can resign myself back into my glorious history. The future is yours, Fred Bonaparte. You are indeed a true warrior. Go forth and fight all your battles with the same determination you showed here, and your life will be an endless parade of victories, like mine.
Yes, well, except for that last one, the one in Waterloo.
I was sick that day. Very bad stomach cramp, let me tell you. That's why I've always got my hand tucked in here, you know? You'll find out when you're older. It's hereditary.
Is he really gone? Hello? Hello? Anyone else in here? Ha! We did it, Raz! I'm all me again. One person, not French. Get me out of this dang jacket so I can go strangle me an orderly.
Hey, good thinking, Fred. That sure would save me a lot of work.
Yep! Right after I take a nap.
Yes, what? Nap?
War is hell, Rasputin, and I'm sleepy. I'll take care of Crispin for you, just as soon as I...
Oh, man.
Well, so much for that as a resolution to the problem. Man, his arms are tiny. But that's neither here nor there. Now we've got another piece of the disguise, so let's see if this fools Crispin.
Greetings, Dr. Labotta. I see you're wearing your favorite jacket. If I may say so, your claw is looking especially menacing today. One moment. If you're Dr. Labotta, what happened to your... You inmates are getting ever more clever, but you still can't fool old Crispin Whitehead. I'm an orderly, you know. I am not an imposter. Good day.
That sounds exactly like what an imposter would say. But we just need one more thing to complete the disguise. Hey, wasn't Edgar working on a painting of Dr. Lobato? Now, one more thing that we could do before we get out of here is I realized that we got the bracelet here, and we have clairvoyance. What if we use clairvoyance on the friendship bracelet that Lily made?
Lily!
Well, I've reviewed your chart, little girl, and the bad news is we're gonna have to remove your brain. Strap it into an armored battle tank and make it shoot down innocent civilians with its concentrated psychic death beam!
I'm gonna kill you so much!
The good news is that your insurance is going to cover the whole thing. So, hey, is it getting warm in here?
No, I'm just trying to set you on fire through this stupid hat!
What a delightfully mean little brain you have. Just what we want. Here, do me a favor. Tell me if you think this smells like your doom.
I can't smell anything.
Curses! You're a stubborn little ball of flame, ain't you? Well, that head cold won't protect you forever, little girl. And when it's gone, you'll be sneezing a different tune. A tune in the key of praise.
Well, looks like Lily conveniently developed a cold that is protecting her from having her brain extracted. Kinda reminded me of Deep Fear, honestly, which is probably not what they were basing that off of, but whatever. Anyways, here is a variety of things that you can do with clairvoyance. As you can see, Crispin just kinda sees this as Lobato in general. He probably just sees everybody as Lobato. Fred is sleeping, so we can't see through his eyes. We saw what Gloria saw us like. Let's head up to Edgar over here and see how the world looks through his eyes. What does he see of Raz? Looks like he sees us as a Joker. Not sure if I should be insulted by that. Anyway, now that we have taken care of Fred, the last order of business is to resolve the mental hang-up of Edgar. And perhaps he can finish that painting of Dr. Lobato, and I think I know what we can do with that. But that will be in the next video. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, though, goodbye.